feel like second wave is unique because I try to find pieces and items that you just won't see nowadays. Try to find unique items with cool materials. Hi, I'm Kieran from Second Wave Vintage, and this is Known Source. I basically started it when I was at uni. Me and my friends just didn't have any money at uni, and we were just trying to find like nice clothes for cheap, shop run, scour eBay, like trying to like snipe the last bid and try and get like things real cheap. And I basically started doing it like that. I just was more attracted to that than I was to my course. And I started off in like an attic room, and then I just gradually built from there, just put more work into it, building my collection. I tried to organise it well. It's a system within my own head, but I feel like if anyone else tries to come in, it might take a bit of explaining. It's just me here. Yeah, I run it all. My biggest issues with existing marketplaces are that they're not as like created as I'd like them to be. If I upload a piece that I've put a lot of time and effort into finding, and then you see it next to other items that don't really relate, it makes yours look a bit worse in some ways. With a platform like Known Source, it'd be very nice to see all the items on there, also other sellers who have put equal amount of time and effort into finding these items. Well, there are a lot of like other shops that sell like vintage and other like streetwear items, but I try and focus on stuff that you might not have seen before, whether it's like unique designs or like materials that aren't often used, such as like embroidered denim that you wouldn't really see nowadays, or if it's like cool graphic tees with like designs that they just wouldn't make. I try and find stuff like that and then provide people with just the option to shop both like uniquely and sustainably. My favourite brand is probably Stussy because there's just such a range of items and they've been going over 40 years, like whatever you would want. If you want crazy graphic tees, nice cut jackets, more unique materials or design like concepts, anything you would want you could just find within Stussy's catalogue. I think that Stussy stands out just because it's always stayed kind of true to its roots. It's always tried to represent the type of people that want to wear it. I just find it's like the first modern day streetwear brand. I find that other streetwear brands have taken a lot of inspiration from Stussy. James Jebbia, who owns Supreme, like started working at Stussy and designed the Louis Vuitton Stussy rips, and Supreme is like the biggest streetwear brand in the world. So like the owner of that used to work for Stussy. I feel like that's quite a clear indication of how much influence they've had. The Stussy rips are just rip-offs of famous logos, like with their own Stussy twist. So it's just like a parody of well-known iconic logos. My favourite Stussy rip is probably the PS2 one. I feel like my love of like games consoles back in the day is just one that takes me back to my childhood quite a bit. I think in the future streetwear will be moving more towards rarity over hype, because I don't think people will want just big logos over everything in the future. That will just be more like archive, unique pieces that focus on quality. What's next is just to try and grow the business more and more. Hopefully I'd hire some people, and then yeah, maybe a shop at some point, but we'll have to see. The thing I'm most excited for with Known Source is the community. I'm excited to interact more with people, and it's like quite exciting to like try and build something with these people but also interact with them on a more personal level.